All right. So here's what I want to talk about over the final few minutes of the call. I want to talk about activity because here's the thing. If you dread activity, you will put in less activity. If you dread activity, you will put in less activity, and the activity that you put in will be flawed, right? We all know that, right? Because we've done stuff that we hate to do. And when you hate to do something, your execution is flawed. And so what I want to talk about in closing today, just I want to help reframe what you think about the activity. Because here's what I know. You can fall in love with the activity. You can absolutely fall in love with the activity. I was talking with the office staff about this last week. Right? I don't know that I actually love the sales process. I just know that I love the sales process. Right? Like I don't know that I was born and was like, I love sales. This is my life calling. I want to be a salesperson. But I absolutely love the sales process. I love the dialing. I love the appointment. I love the closing. I love objection. I love objections, right? I love the process. I don't know if that's real or not. Does that make sense? So here's what I want to give you. I want to give you 5 points to help reframe what you look at as the activity. And this is vital for you not only to enjoy the activity, but for you to get good, for you to get great, for you to become elite at it. And that's what I want for you. So here's my first thing. Number one, you got to fall in love with the daily habits. Fall in love with consistency. Fall in love with the dials. Fall in love with the phone work. And that's a conscious decision. And so how do you make that? Well, you make the decision, then you speak the decision. Like, I can't tell you how many times over the years I said, I love making dials. I love making dials. I love making dials. And eventually I convinced myself. So then I would look forward to doing the dials, right? I love the dials. I love hitting the phones. I can't wait for the people to meet me today. I can't wait to meet the people I'm going to meet today. I love the dials. Now, here's the other thing. So you say you make a decision to fall in love. Here's the thing. Think of it like a relationship, right? I choose every day to fall in love with Holly. What does that mean? That guides what I see, right? When you make the decision to fall in love every day with your spouse or significant other, you will see different stuff than if you don't make that decision. When you decide that you love something, your focus moves to the positives of it. Your focus pulls back from the negatives of it. So when you make a decision, I'm going to fall in love with the dials. I'm going to fall in love with the daily habits. You look for and celebrate what brings you joy from it. What if you talk to a rude person? What if someone's grandma cusses you out? Okay, flush it and forget it, man. Let's move on, right? Focus on the wins. Don't focus on the losses. I love dials. I focus on the wins. Oh my God, I love it. Like when someone is just, they're fighting you and you know that they know they need the life insurance, but they're trying to get it. I love that stuff. I love the game. Fall in love with the game. All right. Number 2, measure efforts, not outcomes. And this falls right in line with, once you make the decision to fall in love with the process, then measure your efforts, not your outcomes. Don't even worry about the outcomes. And my 5th point will tell you why you don't need to worry about the outcomes. Don't even worry about the outcomes. Think about this. Professional athletes, the most elite athletes, they focus on, did I execute my process? Athletes that choke focus on, am I going to win? Athletes that are elite focus on executing their process. Athletes that will choke focus on, am I going to win? Same. Elite salespeople focus on the process, right? Adam Burge is number 1 by a whole lot. He focuses on his process. He doesn't go into his process going, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to win. I hope I win today. I really hope I win. He executes his process. So measure effort. Give yourself wins for efforts. The outcomes will come so long as you, 1, fall in love with the process, and then 2, Focus on and measure the effort. The question at the end of the day, the one question to ask at the end of the day is, did I execute my process? Did I execute my process? No different than trying to get in shape. No different than trying to get in shape. Did I lose a pound today? Did I lose 2 pounds today? You focus on that, you will give up. Focus on, did I execute my process today? Did I eat like I was supposed to eat? Did I work out like I was supposed to work out? Did I drink the amount of water I was supposed to drink today? Did I focus on my process? When you focus on the process and you let go of the outcome, I'm telling you, you will get there, right? You focus on the process of getting in shape, you're going to get in shape. You focus on, did I lose 2 pounds today? Oh, man. And then you get discouraged, right? Focus and measure effort. Number 3, seek continuous improvement on your technique. One of the things that you will absolutely see with me is analyzing and trying to get better at everything. So if you go back to the early part of me selling, what I would always have with me is a journal so that I could journal every sales appointment. And I'm not talking hours to journal it, right? I'm talking minutes. Take a minute to journal every sales interaction you have. Journal it. Here's what happened. If it went good, fantastic. But analyze and isolate why it went good. To have a win and not know why you won is the only value in that is the immediate reward. But when you have a win and you know why you won, that is going to pay dividends from here on out because you know why you won. So when you have a win in a sales interaction, journal it. Here's why I think it went well. Here's what I think I did good. Here's what a key point was to me. Then right back at the activity. When a sales interaction goes bad, when it goes wrong, then what do? We journal it. Hey, so here's what happened. Here's what they said and why. See, to have a sales interaction go wrong and not know why, there's no value in that. There's no value in that because you didn't get the sale and you didn't get the information. Does that make sense? Like your non-sales are just as valuable as your sales when it comes to your long-term performance. Now, in the short term, you say, well, I didn't get the sale. True. But we're talking about winning big time over the long haul. That's what we're talking about. So to have a sales interaction go bad and not know why, you lost the value that was there. The value is in the information and getting better. So every single appointment, journal it. If it goes good, know why it went good. If it went bad, know why it went bad, but know the value in the interaction is in the why. That's the real gold. That's the information. Can you see why a non-sale doesn't affect me emotionally? Because I'm after the information. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'll make the commissions along the way. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be fine. But what I'm after is becoming elite. I'm after the information, not the immediate result. I'm after the ultimate result. Can you see how reframing it in that way will help you? Can you see how that changes how you feel about it when your focus is on the information, not whether or not we got the immediate reward? Did we get better? See, when that is your focus into every sales interaction you have, it changes the way you feel about it. It's just like, hey, so why do I enjoy playing golf? I enjoy playing golf because of the good shots and the bad shots. So what am I talking about? I want to get better. So when I get a good shot, I'm not worried about where the ball landed on the green. I'm worried about what did I do? What was my process when it doesn't go good? I'm after the information. What did I do? Oh, you know what? I didn't keep my arms straight. That's what happened. I was quick on the top there, and that's when I rushed through and pulled my hips ahead of my swing, and that's what sprayed it. Like, I'm after the information. Same with sales. Be about the why it went good or why it went bad. Don't let let the monetary results come because they will come. Let the monetary results come because they will come, but be about the why. Why did it go good? Why did it go bad? Journal that every single time. All right. Number 4, commit to a big block of activity. Well, what causes people to struggle is that they commit to 30 dials. And in 30 dials, you could be really bad or really good or kind of meh, as the young people say. All right. Here's the point. 30 dials isn't enough to know anything. That's like doing 2 push-ups and wondering why. How come the way I look in the mirror didn't change? I did 2 push-ups. One of my favorite scenes from a favorite movie, Hot Rod. Are you sure you're ready to fight? Yeah, I did like 5 push-ups. Yeah, I said making 30 or 50 dials and then wanting to analyze that is the same as doing 2 push-ups and wondering why you don't look different. So when you commit to 500 dials. Commit to 500 dials. Let's do 500 dials. Then let's analyze. See, when you commit to that, you will not get discouraged. Here's why. You're committing, you're committing to a big enough of a block that you will get results. When you only commit to 30 or 50 or 100 dials, and I'm going to do that and see how that goes, you're not committing to enough to 1, get a result, or 2, again, which is more important, get enough information. You're not going to get enough data points on what you're good at and bad at. Not in 30 or 50 dials, but in 500. Bring 500 dials to Josh, and he will tell you what you're doing wrong, and he'll tell you what you're doing right. Right? 500 is enough, right, for you to. And then so what happens after? Then commit to another 500, but don't commit to 50. Don't commit to 100. Commit to 500. I'm gonna do 500, and then we're gonna analyze it. When you commit to the bigger blocks, you will get results, and your discouragement will stay away. Here's what I know about discouragement. Discouragement cannot keep up with the hyperactive. Discouragement cannot keep up with the hyperactive. Who does discouragement get? It gets the slow folks. It gets the folks that are just kind of doing a little bit of work, and then I'm gonna think about how I feel about what I just did. That's discouragement is gonna get you. It's gonna get you, right? I say hyperactive. Discouragement doesn't have a chance. Discouragement does not have a chance of getting me because I'm hyperactive. Does that make sense? That's the other thing about committing to just commit to a big block and let's go do it. Let's just commit and let's just go do it and quit thinking about how you feel about how I feel about. Commit to big blocks. In anything you do, commit to big blocks, right? Don't commit to a week at the gym, commit to a year at the gym. Don't commit to a day of eating better. Commit to a month of eating better, right? Commit to a big enough block that you can get 1, results, but 2, way more important, enough data points to start getting on that journey to elite. My last point, and this is going to tie all these together in reframing activity, trust in the process and that the process will produce the product. Trust in it. And you say, well, I just don't know. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do know. There's enough people getting results. There's enough people getting elite level results. So you do know. I just need you to act in faith. That if you do a high level of activity, you will become elite and you will get elite results. What I'm talking about here is committing to and having absolute faith in the outcome, that you act in faith with that fiery enthusiasm, and you do large blocks of activity because you trust that the product will be there. That here's what it is. It's knowing the end of the game. Right? Like if you were trying to, like if you were at something yesterday and you're like, I want to watch the World Cup, but I got to be at this thing, so I'm gonna record it and then I'm gonna watch it. Well, if someone tells you the end of the World Cup before you watch it, your emotions are going to be flat while you're watching it. Whereas if you don't know the outcome, you're going to be on edge, right? Same thing with a football game, right? Like I don't want anybody to tell me to score. Don't tell me to score. Don't, because I'm going to watch it later, right? Why? Why are you doing that? Because you know it's going to take the emotion out of it if you know the final score. It's the same principle. We're just using it on the flip side. Know the final score. The final score is you win. The final score is you become elite. So take all the emotion out of it. Take the high highs out of it. Take the low lows out of it. Because you are going to become elite. Just commit to the process. So what are we talking about? One, fall in love with what you got to do to get where you want to go. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with it. Say it enough that you believe it. Can't wait to get on the phone. Can't wait to get on the phone. Can't wait to get on the phone. Right? Say it enough that you come to believe it. Then measure effort. Measure your efforts. Don't worry. The outcomes will be there. Then 3, be about the real value. The real value is in why it went good or why it went bad. That's the real value. Because what you learn there will pay dividends the rest of your life. So be about the real value that comes from continuous improvement. Commit to a big enough block of activity at a time that we get something to work with. And then just trust in the result. It's there, guys. There's enough people having got elite results, right? There's enough people having gone partner at integrity that if you just follow the process and work like it matters, you will go partner with integrity. It's trust in that process and then work with absolute faith and the requisite enthusiasm that it requires. Guys, I can't wait to see everybody at Family Reunion. Leaders, I know I sent the message out to you guys on Discord that we were not going to do our leadership call today. I know we all got a short week coming into the event. Let's all huddle up, guys. Let's make sure we all get together. Friday night, we'll be doing a night out upstairs in the AVTF area. If you need directions there, just anybody can tell you where it's at. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have drinks. We're gonna have association. And here's what I want you to do as you come into conference. 1, work like you ain't ever worked before these next few days so that you have just absolute full pipeline. Work like you ain't ever worked these next few days. And then come to convention with a plan. Come to a convention with a plan. Come to a convention with a plan of attack. What do I need to get out of this? You know, as you're traveling, be thinking it through. What do I need to get better at? Who do I need to get to know? What do I need to accomplish while I'm here? Let's hit it with an absolute plan. Guys, I am so excited to be there with everybody. We will post details for our night out in Discord as well. Yep, thank you for the note there. But guys, let's get out. Let's get after it. Let's work like we ain't ever worked before going into Family Reunion so that we will come in absolutely 100% on fire. Guys, Holly and I want you to win more than you can possibly understand. Let's get out. Let's get after it.